Form 1. All of you up here should have your delegate sheet, correct? Okay, you should have on it the number of delegates you have and who you blame, correct? I need that sheet. Gio.
Yes.
Listen up. All right. Somebody needs to read this over. I got you. All right, Austria-Hungary with 132 delegates.
Oh, yeah!
Blames everyone. France.
Yes, Tommy.
200 delegates. Blames everyone. Yeah, British. Russia. With 152, blames everyone. Germany, with 137, blames everyone. All right, Great Britain, with 144 delegates,
Blame Germany.
blames France. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Through this project, we've come to realize, through research and personal experience, that Europe will never prosper if we keep trying to blame others. We as nations need to look at the big picture and see that there's no one country to take the sole blame of the war, and that the act of blaming someone is just going to create more problems than it solves.
Yeah.
We understand that each country, Germany, Austria-Hungary, France, and Russia, needs to take responsibility for the cause of the war. As the continent of Europe, we stand together as one to create peace. Because standing as one is the only way we can stand. Blame one, and everything else slowly but surely falls with it. When we examine the causes of the war, we realize the animosity and grudges created from laying the blame on someone will only lead to more fighting in the future.
Alliances were made and broken. Lives were lost, battle lines drawn, and we can never heal from the tragedy of this war. But if we work as a unit, we may stand a greater chance at achieving peace. A war as horrific as this one is bound to leave its mark, but we can start to heal only if we realize that there is no sole blame.
To look for the cause of this war, we must all look within ourselves first and realize we all had a part in the cause of the Great War. Then and only then can we begin to heal. Should we point fingers and blame each other, we would only rip the wound wide open.
If we blame, say, Germany, knowing how strong they can be when they come together, what's to say they won't rise, fueled by resentment of the entire country, continent, and start another, deadlier war? By blaming one country, we only cover our pains with a temporary band-aid instead of treating the infection.
Soon the band-aid will be ripped off, revealing our wounds and leaving us vulnerable in the future war. We now know that we have to treat the infection, not just use a band-aid to cover the bullet hole, and we plan on doing exactly that.
By taking the course to say that no one country is blamed, that we all share the blame, we are healing the wounds of our nation as one, and trying to create a lasting peace. The right and moral thing to do as sovereign and civilized nations is to work together to improve the well-being of all the people of the world, not just our own people.
If you don't want to be hurt by others, we must apply the same rules. Having a double standard is hypocritical. We are trying to break the chains of humanity that hold us back from reaching a world where people are not defined by borderlines.
We have a plan to work together to rebuild Europe.
It won't be easy. Everyone is going to have to make sacrifices, but the peaceful end will justify any and all means. This is the first step to healing the wounds caused by the nature of humanity. Later generations will look at our actions and see them as what made this war the war to end all wars. Thank you.
All right, so
Come on.
So when I first heard this idea, I loved it, until I heard one little part. The person that introduced the idea to me said that, look how much smarter we are than all the people back then, all right? And that's what got me thinking, because as smart as we all may be, there's no way that we're smarter than some of the best military technicians the world had to offer. And that's what started me thinking. So just like we were supposed to make 3 contentions for all our debates today, I decided to make 3 contentions of my own. Contention 1. Contention 1. How arrogant of us is it to think that we are all so much smarter than them, when it's 2 very different situations? Here we are playing a school game where they were in real war, okay? For them, a simple decision could cost thousands of lives. For us, a simple decision might be the difference in a few points in our grade, all right? My analogy was, it's the equivalent of a person going onto a bus and sitting where they want now versus Rosa Parks going onto the bus and sitting down. Where we sat down where we want, just thinking it's common sense that a person should be able to. When Rosa Parks had the courage to do it, she was thrown in jail. Contention 2. That was one. Contention 2. Well, I can foresee the possibility of us being the smartest class to have gone so far. Possibility.
Show some respect, people.
There is no possible way that our combined intelligence is greater than every single group combined that has gone before us. It's impossible. Okay, contention 3. What? Okay. Yes,
Contention 3.
Contention 3.
My arm's really tired.
Give me a second. That by holding hands and saying everything's going to be okay, you can stop wars. Number 1, you shouldn't want it to. Wars are good in a lot of ways. Okay? While there are some negative consequences, without war, we would still have all the power as Great Britain. Because without war, this land would still be under Great Britain's power. Okay? So we would still have all the power. Without saying war and that one country's at fault, after events like the Twin Towers, there would be no repercussions for the countries that had done it. That's irrelevant. What? No. Number three, and seeing as we don't understand seeing as we don't understand war's positive consequences, it shows that we really haven't learned as much as we should have with this project, and we haven't learned about as much as we should have about World War I and wars in general, because we learned that by simply just not blaming anyone, that we can avoid war altogether, which is just...
We're blaming everyone. We're not doing it.
I said by not blaming, by blaming everyone.
So why'd you blame France?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
You're gonna wrap
This is the number 1 school in this, right? We're about winning, correct?
Well,